What is 1MDB? Here we go. 1MDB is a scandal that was originated in Malaysia. The investigation spread among 10 other countries around the world. 1MDB involves many other parties, such as but now 1MDB has become the worst scandal cases in Malaysia. It has become the case that is listed in the white-collar crime. So the question is, what has happened to 1MDB's money?
In September 2009, Malaysia's new Prime Minister, Datuk Seri Najib Razak, was set up 1MDB, which is One Malaysia Development BERHAD. The fund's purpose was to borrow money to grow fund investment and stimulate the economy of Malaysia. But not like other sovereign funds, Malaysia did not start with a huge amount of cash. It had to raise money through bond sales and joint ventures. And in these sales and joint ventures, a scandal was formed.
Unfortunately, sadly, tragically, a number of corrupt 1MDB officials treated this public trust as a personal bank account.
Investigators says at least 3.5 million was misappropriated from 1MDB. The money landed in various Swiss and Singaporean bank accounts, tied back to a few central characters.
The Malaysian Prime Minister, Mr. Najib Razak, is mentioned more than 30 times in the Department of Justice report. The official is widely believed to be Mr. Najib, but he always denies any wrongdoings. 1MDB case began to hit the international headlines in July 2015.
1MDB case became famous after the Wall Street Journal reported it had seen a paper trail tracing $680 million from 1MDB into Datuk Seri Najib Razak's personal bank account. Malaysia's Attorney General cleaned Mr. Najib of wrongdoing, saying that $680 million was a legal donation from Saudi Arabia, and most of it was returned. But the justice says nearly $30 million in 1MDB funds was used to buy jewellery for his wife, including a rare 22-carat pink diamond set in a necklace which cost $27.3 million alone. In the face of intense criticism, Mr. Najib removed his critics, including his Deputy Prime Minister. He also replaced the Attorney General who had been investigating 1MDB.
Another key player in 1MDB is Joe Low, who is named in the Department of Justice report. Low, whose real name is Low Tek Jo, has no formal positions within 1MDB, but he is known to be a long-time friend of the Malaysian Prime Minister's stepson, Riza Aziz.
US investigations have pinpointed Mr. Low as having significant role in the fund creation and also brokering 1MDB major business ideas. He made headlines in the US for his big spending. It appears that Mr. Low went on a major shopping spree between 2009 until 2014. More than $250 million in proceeds from 1MDB bond offering were used to purchase a 300-foot luxury mega yacht called the Equanimity. Even he has spent in for celebrities, gambling in Las Vegas, outward even jewelry.
Nextly is Riza Aziz, who is believed to be involved. There are more than 200 million channeled to his personal bank account, according to the prosecutors.
With that money, Mr. Riza Aziz purchased an original Wizard of Oz movie poster from 1939 for a cool $75,000 and also nearly $100 million worth of a real estate in the UK and US. Mr. Riza Aziz and Joe Low even got a shout out in Leonardo DiCaprio Golden Globe speech in 2014 for not only being collaborators but taking a risk on the Wall Street movie.
You know why? This is because it says the misappropriated funds were used to purchase them. In response to US actions, the Malaysian government said that the Department of Justice never sought its cooperation. Therefore, in October, Malaysian Attorney General Mr. Tun Mahathir Mohamad asked Malaysian police to reopen the investigation into One Malaysian Development BERHAD. Therefore, that's all for now. If you want to know more, stay tuned.
To everyone, I'm Angah and you are watching the Angah Show. Today we will discuss about 1MDB scandal. To better understand about this case, we invite three panel, which is Dr. Aida, who is an economist department in Malaysia. Second, Datuk Amir, who is director of Suruhanjaya Pencegah Rasuah Malaysia, and last, Cik Anis from external auditor Baker Tilly Malaysia Audit Firm. First we are going to start with Dr. Aida. Dr. Aida, in this 1MDB case, what is the impact of the economy in other companies in Malaysia?
From my opinion, many construction companies will stop their project in Malaysia because they were afraid from losses. And then the investor also afraid to invest in Malaysia because the case 1MDB is still in investigation.
Dr. Aida. Second, Datuk Amir. Datuk Amir. Does 1MDB scandal has similarities with other case?
Okay, thank you, Cik Ana. Okay, actually, 1MDB scandal has similarity with BMF scandal. BMF stand for Bumiputra Malaysia Finance, which happened during Tun Dr. Mahathir. Yes, yes, good. Tun Dr. Mahathir. The first similarities in both cases, UMNO and its leader proxy were involved. Okay, that's the first similarity. And the second similarity, in these cases, both were cheated by the Chinaman. In 1MDB scandal, the Chinaman is Jolo, and the BMF is the Charian Group Chairman George Tan.
Okay, thank you Dr. Amir for sharing your information. Okay, next, Cik Anis. Being professional authorities, do you think Malaysia corporate governance in the best practice?
For me, no. Guys, in Malaysia, we did not adopt the corporate governance practice yet, because back in 1998, there's a lot of fraud cases. So we can see from that view, Malaysia does not have yet the best practice. So in the future, we hope that Malaysia can adopt a very good practice in corporate governance, so our future will gain a lot of respect in other countries in aspect of corporate governance.
Okay, thank you, Cik Anis. Okay, now Datuk Amir.
Yes.
As you say about Jolo before, okay, can you explain who is Jolo? Where is
Jolo?
Is Jolo?
Thank you. Yeah. Okay, in May, Jolo was said he was partying on a Thai island. Okay, and then after he know that Datuk Sri Najib was arrested, so he ran to China. Okay, but Tun Dr. Mahathir recently seemed to confirm rumours that Jolo was now in China. It's quite tricky for us to accuse China of hiding him. So we were trying to work some ways or private effort to get back Jolo.
Okay, thank you Datuk Amir. Okay, now Cik Anis, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Cik Anis. Okay, Cik Anis, how did this fraud case happen and how did they do the scheme?
We can see from our view, it happened because our former Prime Minister Datuk Seri Najib is our Prime Minister itself, and second, he is the Ministry of Finance. So we can see that there is no segregation of duty in that place. The way that they scheme the case is, first they set up bank accounts under the fake company names under a real firms. Second, the money transferred to their bank accounts, their personal bank accounts. That's how they used to scheme the case.
Okay, I see. Okay, now we have live interview from our crew at Kuala Lumpur. Okay, Rush.
Hi, Miss Anis. Sorry for troubling you. You're on Anna Show, live on Anna Show. Please say hi to them. Okay, can you spare some time with us? Just a short interview, okay? Okay, Miss. Based on your opinion, how did the 1MDB case give an impact in your life?
Okay, based on my opinion, I was afraid of being terminated from my job, and I was not entitled for any allowance or bonus for a few years. And community also refer us because we has been involved in this case, and even our reputation and respect was terrible.
Oh, I see. I'm very sorry about it. Thank you very much for sparing my time. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Back to Anga.
Okay, thank you, Rush. Now we proceed with last question from Dr. Eda. Okay, Dr. Eda. Does this case affect the county currency?
Okay, Anna, as I know, on 2016, our currency was dropped into 4.4 to the US dollar. But now I think it is increasing slowly to the 4.1 to the US dollar.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Eda.
Dr. Ida, I think I don't agree with your statement because in general, I feel the currency doesn't affect cause any cases in middle class. For example, let's talk about my family. Everything was just normal, and even in my neighborhood also doesn't find any problem in financial.
I'm really sorry, but Dato, is it?
Yes.
I think you are explaining based on your own perspective, which is you the upper class, and we are the middle class. So we doesn't earn any money like your upper class instead. So we should see the upper class and the middle class differences of the economy. So sometimes people will not afford to buy essential. So there's a different perspective on that issue.
Okay.
Thank you for all panel for sharing your opinion and spending your time also. Okay, now we can conclude our case. In complete conclusion, we can see the 1MDB case involve many parties, right? Okay, example, auditor, politician, financial controller, investor, and many more. To be specific, the party that involved should have integrity and follow the regulations set by government. 1MDB show that the bigger lesson towards nation government to follow the best corporate government structure to avoid fraud, cases and corruption among politicians. So see you next in this weekend show. See. Okay, thank you.